Good morning. I think I know most everybody this morning, but in case you don't, I'll introduce myself. I'm Linda Roberts, and I've been here for a long time. In fact, I was going through pictures as we do, kind of sorting them out, and I came across my certificate of membership. Now, I know many of you probably have it on the wall in your house, but I don't. It was in a box with the other pictures, and it was dated 1994. And this place has been a wonderful blessing to me, whatever place is here. But isn't this one amazing? I mean, really, it's quite wonderful. And the other thing is I went out of town on a trip for fun, and I had a blast. It was wonderful. It was a big city, and there weren't many trees. So I was looking forward to come back to Tallahassee, home to my own bed, and to the beautiful trees in Tallahassee they're shedding a mist of yellow stuff that incorporated itself into my nose to remind me that it's spring in Tallahassee. And I do love spring, but I do sound a little funny this morning, but that's what it is. It's springtime in Tallahassee. So, okay, one definition of cheerful giving is an act of worship and gratitude, not just a duty, which brings joy to the giver and the receiver. You know, we're kind of taught that it's better to give than receive, and that is true, but from every gift we give, we receive something back. We either feel better, or we get a smile, or we receive that hug when we walk in the church. But today today I'm going to use this building as an example of giving and receiving, because most of us kind of have lived through building this building and participating in the building of it. Well, the first thing is that smile and hug when you come in the door. Somebody's going to be there to give you that smile and hug, and you receive it. But what you're going to do, and you can't help it, is you're going to smile and probably hug them back. So that gift of giving and receiving is right there. And it's a great welcome and a great gift, a way to start our services. Now, when I come to Unity, I live out this way. So when I come to Unity, I come in, I turn off a crowded road to Unity Lane. My spirit always starts to brighten, and it really kind of always has. So that starts it out really well. Coming down the road feels like a little bit like home. And what better gift is there? And I receive it every time. When the original building burned in October 2021, we were shocked and surprised. Those of us that got a phone call, it's kind of like it's a joke or something. It just doesn't seem possible. We were blindsided and saddened by the sense of loss. Everyone needed a moment to absorb it. We needed a moment to mourn. And of course, then comes the question, what do we do now? What's next? And how do we do it? Well, like in our personal lives on other levels, we move forward. We had a healing service pretty quickly after the church burned, and people came who we hadn't seen in years because they felt for us, but they also still had that feeling of this place. They were bringing the comfort of each other to us. Reverend Bill, who planned on retiring and do Lord knows what, decided to stay, which was a great gift from him, but we received that gift. Don Langston and the board jumped right in and started making decisions, and we really don't even know how many decisions they had to make. They're really too numerous to bring up, just lots of decisions. And we received the benefit of those decisions, and we were present in some of those decisions. Others gave time in many different ways. Donations were made, and not just from our congregation. Other people and places heard about us and gave us things which we received, such as these chairs, a great gift to this beautiful church. Again, giving and receiving. And so we began the creation of this wonderful building that we all look forward to sitting in on Sundays. This beautiful building was not paid for simply by an insurance policy, although we were really glad we had it. Great start. The start of the building was paid for by an insurance settlement from the policy whose premiums were paid for by donations that we had contributed through the years to Unity of Tallahassee. We gave and we received. Each year we paid that premium. The building was built by giving and receiving. The builder who built it committed to building the sanctuary for the amount of money that was in the insurance policy. Of course, he didn't know COVID was coming along, but he kind of knew from the beginning that he wasn't going to make any money off of it. Even before the increase in prices for everything, he knew that. But that was his gift to our community, and we accepted that gift. Giving and receiving. We started having services in the hospitality building. People to step forward to make sure the door was open, make sure the building was clean and safe, find speakers and be speakers, turn on the lights, give us music, make sure it was recorded, have snacks here, make sure bills were paid so we would have light and the electricity to have a sound system and electricity in the hospitality building. Have the lawn mowed. Do the daily word and meditation. Greet us with that smile and hug. Give an offering. That's not the end. Somebody's got to count it. Somebody has to deposit it. Somebody has to sign checks. And 1,000 other things that people stepped forward and volunteered to do, gave of their time, and we accepted it. In addition, remember in all this, very few people were getting paid. Very few people are still getting paid. It was all people giving their time and us giving our time and giving and receiving. In addition to all this, the building was gradually being built. Seemed like a long time for a while. Little things came up that decisions had to be made on, lots of decisions. Phone calls were made, people waited for the answers, and it was gradually being built. And our hospitality building was being improved while this one was being built. Money was donated to paint, to fix the light fixtures, and one of our board members and his sons did a lot of the work. Many other projects were going on, giving and receiving. Time was made to meet with the builder over the years. Things needed to be decided on, things like, what kind of light switch do we need? What do we want this microphone to do? Podium. Peace be still. Pictures. All kinds of little decisions that we don't think about ordinarily. But with the hospitality building, people had to make sure the door was open, make sure the building was clean and safe, find speakers and be speakers. Same stuff I've already said before. Have light, make sure the lawn was mowed, and all of that stuff was that they were doing to get this built. What kind of sound system? Here. And tons of choices. And again, all gifts of time and money donated by volunteers. And we receive the benefits of all that, all the while giving and receiving. Wasn't that a wonderful time? It was a hard time, but it was a wonderful time. Maybe we got to know each other a little better, knew our strengths, and not that any of us have any weaknesses. But perhaps if on that one day you had a little weakness, somebody understood, and that was good. This beautiful, open, welcoming church was built on unity principles and on our giving and receiving. Now, and all the time, things will be done over there in hospitality and over here. And now, 2 buildings are being operated by volunteers who are giving their time to us. 3 buildings. It's been a while since I've had anybody in the youth ed, so sorry. But anyway, we have 2 other buildings that are having to be run by volunteers. Lots of volunteer opportunities. We all have different gifts, and we're willing to give them. And that's a wonderful thing to have happened. Giving and receiving. So what's next? What do you want for this church? Do we want to be a church that continues to operate on volunteers alone? Probably not. It's a wonderful thing, and even though the desire may be there, it's a little bit tiring after a while to have to do everything. And many times, a professional can do it a little better, or if not better, faster. We need to give to continue. For an example, who do you think takes out the trash? Who do you think cleans the toilets? Who do you think vacuums? It's a lot of stuff that has to be done. Who do you think picks the bulletin that you leave on your chair when you leave on Sunday? Who do you think picks that up? Who do you think sorted the books so we could have a little library back there? Thank you for that. I've tried really hard, but looking out over everybody, it's hard not to mention names. But I know if I mention names, I'm going to leave somebody out that has given a lot to that. But the thing about volunteering is, too, even though we appreciate every volunteer that comes in here and does this work, sometimes it's a little bit of a thankless job. And since y'all brought up Kathy, I'll stick with Kathy. I don't think I've ever said, Kathy, thank you for cleaning the toilets. And that's real important. And all the 10,000 other things she does around here. So we need to consider how we want the church run. Now, this is the first that I heard that we have the full-time minister, because I've been, not full-time, permanent minister, because I have not been here. And I put in here, we have hopes of hiring a part-time minister. See, that came to fruition before I even gave the talk. And that's a wonderful thing. She will be paid. And we have the money right now to pay her. Yes. And we have that money right now to pay her because our volunteers have been doing all the work for 3 years, 5 years, whatever. They have been, they have been doing all the work all that time. And it was beautiful and important. These aren't problems. These are opportunities, giving and receiving. And back to what do you want? Do you want all the regular things that we're having now? Do you want a bigger music program? That's possible. We have had magnificent music programs, and we still do. So we want to continue that. The lights still need to be turned on. Really important. We need the water. And more importantly, we want to share the unity principles with other people. Amen. We would like for the minister to help us grow and become a full-time minister. But bringing other people in is something we need to do, again, as volunteers. We need to give our message to people. And it can be done very casually. We don't have to, go out and talk to somebody about how their religion is wrong. We just behave as we should behave, act accordingly, and tell people maybe we go to Unity of Tallahassee, and who knows, they show up every now and then. Sharing our principles is a gift we give to others. There are many ways we already give. We put money in the bag, the little blue bag, every Sunday. We give by credit card. We give by EFT. We give online. We do direct IRA transfers, which, by the way, can save you some money on your taxes. And nobody minds if you save a little money on your taxes. The money is still going to go for good. So, there you go. And on Sundays, if we're not giving that Sunday, or if we're giving online or by some other method, we put our right hand over the bag as it's passed around to bless all of that. And as a plus for doing that, whoever's collecting knows to move the bag on. So it has a double benefit. So we should try that. Each gift is important. Mother Teresa said, "It is not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving." If each gift comes from the heart, it will be the right amount of time, talent, treasures, as we used to say. But I'm going to use that word that people don't like, money. That's how the lights are on. So, I ask you to please think about what kind of church you want this to be and how you want it to grow and how you can help it to grow. While the building grew, we had some meetings with some people to help us decide and help us with our future. And they were very beneficial, but we have to go forward on our own way. And we are moving forward. We're a wonderful church. I don't get to come every Sunday because I'm out of town quite a bit, but I love getting that feeling when I pull in that driveway. It's one of the best feelings in the world. Our faith guides us. Determine what your financial situation, your time situation is, and let your faith guide you. 2 Corinthians says, "Each one must give as he has decided in his heart, not reluctantly, not under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver." Don't you like it when somebody's smiling when they give you something? It's a great little feeling. Thank you for being givers, cheerful givers and receivers. Give what you have decided in your heart and receive the pleasure of receiving a beautiful, clean, well-lit building. Air conditioning. It was still a little cold when I wrote this. I was supposed to talk a month ago. So this is the first time in my life I've ever had anything written a month ahead. Usually it's the night before. So anyway, so I'm kind of sticking to it because I put time in it. So anyway, the well-lit building and the cool building, very, very important. A smile, a hug, and a gentle touch, giving and receiving. That's who we are.
Light of God.